I'm just doing a casting test on the Savagear Prey 130. I've got the wind right behind me, so this should go some fair distance, even with the short 7-foot rod I'm using, but we'll see. You see, already I'm seeing that flap around too much as it's going through the air, which tells me that that is not quite right. That should really cast out there without moving, really. Just gonna tease it in, see what the rolling action's like. See if I can show you what the rolling action's like. Rolling action is fine. Don't have an issue with that. Very similar to the feed shallow, the tackle house feed shallow. Like the action, no issue with that whatsoever. But casting, let's give it the benefit of the doubt and keep casting around. You know, fair dinkum, that's my second cast. That looked a little bit better. I'm just zipping this through. Got some swede here. Just coming through that weed. Feeling better. Maybe it was just me getting used to casting it. You know, first cast not always going to be your best cast. Retailing at $9.95, I'm asking myself, you know, you have to allow for the fact that these aren't going to be perfect. But that's got a lovely rolling action, and that really, I don't know if you can see properly. It's got a lovely side to side, a nice flash, what I call a flash, when this wobbles side to side, and you just get that nice flash as it picks up the holographics. You know, these Japanese lures are costing more and more to buy. You know, by the time they've been sent from Japan over to Europe, you've got duties and tax there. By the time they get to the retailer, you know, they're double in price to what you would pay in Japan. So something like this, $9.95, it does look nice. The casting okay, it's not 100%, but say it's near as damn it there. The action is superb. Got no issue with that. They probably, to a certain degree, have copied a few of the more popular Japanese sort of subsurface plugs. So it's not going to be 100%. You know, whatever people say about Japanese plugs, a lot of design goes into them. A lot of design. And, you know, the Chinese will come along and try and replicate it without truly understanding how the Japanese have come to produce that lure. And sometimes things can be out just by a millimetre, and it makes a huge difference to how the plug casts, to how it retrieves. So, you know, the Japanese go a hell of a long way in developing their products. So as a copy, as I would call this a copy of lures like the Tackle House Feed Shallow, which is a real proven bass catcher, the Mega Bass Zonk. What else would I say? Duo Tide Minnow, and even some of the Rapalas like the Max Wrap. Just caught a little bit of weed there. But you know, when plugs are right, when it's the right time to use plugs, wouldn't have any issue with that being in my tackle box.